Thank you, Jasper. It's great to be here. Great turnout tonight. I've been working so hard in recruiting that I was 5 miles from Jasper and finally realized it was an outdoor event tonight. So as I was pulling up in my suit, I realized that I didn't read the memo that we were outside tonight, so I apologize for my attire. I would have come more casual, but it's a pleasure to be here tonight. 13 months on the job, and I have to say, I'm beginning my 24th year in Division I coaching, and I've never been more excited about my future in coaching and being an Indiana Hoosier. I told people on the tailgate tours last year that it was a dream to become the Indiana Hoosier head coach. I've always thought of Indiana as my dream job. When we started to have success at Bowling Green State University, I had a visionary AD that allowed me to put in a dream clause in my contract and that I could leave for a job with no buyout if that dream job came available. And Indiana was my dream school clause. And so last year when I was hired 13 months ago, it was a dream come true. And very excited, and more excited even now than when I got the job 13 months ago. As Dawn just explained, to be a part of the athletic department that has a chance to have the #1 men's sports athletic program in all of college sports is something to be around all those great coaches day in and day out. Now, I'm one of the women's coaches that now we are energized to try to get all the women's sports going also at IU, but we're excited and a lot of good coaches in place to get those programs started. This year was all about changing the culture for women's basketball. We knew that we had a program that had hit a little bit of rock bottom, and that we had a big major retooling job ahead of us and rebuilding job, and we knew it was going to be a marathon and not a sprint, but we set out to change the culture. And when I got here 13 months ago, we inherited 9 players for this past season and no incoming freshmen. So it was already tough that we couldn't even play 5-on-5 when I first got here. We only had 9 players for this upcoming season. Unfortunately, as you take over a program, you realize, like Dawn said with Coach Wilson, not everyone's going to buy into your culture, and you inherit sometimes character kids that don't fit into your plans. And our big plan for the future was that we were going to build this program from the locker room out, and that we believe you have to have a championship locker room before you can win a championship on the court. Bottom line, that means we're going to go out and recruit great character kids that compete in the classroom and that represent Indiana 24/7. And it didn't take long to realize that we didn't have a full team of great character kids or people that took the classroom seriously that we wanted to build for the future. So 2 people left our program, which left us 7 returners. So I scrambled at this time last year to bring in a freshman that could help us. But basically, we went into the season with 8 scholarship players into the season. Unfortunately, we had a kid break her wrist midway through the season, and we played all of the Big Ten Conference with 7 scholarship kids. And our only guard sub off the bench was a walk-on. And still, each and every day, our team competed and came to get better in practice and did a great thing, a great job this year, even though we're not satisfied with where this program's at. So we did have some accomplishments. We won 9 games in non-conference. Only 3 times in the last 30 years has Indiana women's basketball won more than 9 non-conference games. So we did have success in our non-conference. Also happy to report that we were not expected to win any Big Ten games. Most people, experts, thought we would go 0-16. We doubled our win total from the previous year, not only overall, but also in the Big Ten. And, of course, if you're going to win some Big Ten games, what better game to win than against Purdue? So we were very happy with that Purdue win at the buzzer, I might add, to make it in dramatic fashion. So we're excited. But a lot of the culture change can't be defined by what you see day in and day out on the court, or our record, or our standings in the Big Ten. Some of the culture change is more subtle behind the scenes. We didn't have a lot of goals in terms of win-loss going into this year, but we wanted to be the hardest working team in the Big Ten. We wanted to have the best chemistry in the Big Ten, going back to that championship locker room, and we accomplished a lot of that. The other area that I wanted the team to take serious was our commitment to academics. And I inherited a program that a little bit mediocre in terms of academics. And we've really improved. And in the spring semester, our team GPA was a 3.23, one of the highest team GPAs in all of the Big Ten. So our kids really are buying into academics are the cornerstone of our program and culture and creating that character that we're all about. So we're excited about our future. So my staff has worked hard. We have been out recruiting everywhere and everywhere, but our goal when we first got here was to protect the home state, was to recruit the state of Indiana and also the Big Ten footprint. The team that we inherited, their two leading scorers were from the state of Indiana. And our commitment was to get back out and recruit the state of Indiana and get in recruiting battles against Notre Dame, who's been in 3 straight Final Fours, and Purdue, who has a long tradition in women's basketball. And we did that. In 13 months, we have signed 4 senior all-stars from the state of Indiana. We have future verbal commitments from the state of Indiana and surrounding states, which is all abuzz down here in southern Indiana, and we're excited about that. So we have 6 incoming freshmen. We do have some transfers that become eligible. So next year when we come back, we will have 10 players on our roster that did not play in games this year for the women's basketball team. So we're excited about the depth that we have. We're excited about the youth of our team. We're excited about those 6 incoming freshmen. But we also are realistic on winning in the Big Ten with a young team. But we're excited. We have a great 2014 class with 4 verbal commitments. And our future recruiting, the players that are visiting us in the class of 15 and 16, and even those grade 8th graders out there around the state that are already visiting our program, the buzz is started. The buzz has started, and especially in southern Indiana, we're really excited about that. And we think we have a very, very bright future. But I asked for patience. Coach Crean gave us the blueprint. We've talked many times that they won 28 games total after his first 3 years. We won 11 in year 1, and year 2 could be even tougher because of the youth of our team. Year 3, we'll finally have a couple recruiting classes in, but we really believe that our breakthrough will be in the future in years 4, 5, and 6. And if you look at Coach Crean's blueprint and Coach Crean's path to the Sweet 16 in year 4 and then a Big Ten championship in year 5, we're trying to take the same path. He's been a great mentor and supporter of our program. He is unbelievable with my recruits. He's an unbelievable ambassador to Indiana University and what he has done for not only the men's basketball program, but all of sports, the time that he gives all the head coaches. It's amazing to be a part of an athletic program with someone as high profile as Coach Crean and what he gives back to all the coaches in the athletic department. But I urge you to come out and support the women's basketball program from the beginning. We got something very, very special started, and I believe in the long run we're going to have an unbelievable program. And to jump on board in the rebuilding stage will give you no better satisfaction to watch us grow through the years. I'm really proud to be a Hoosier. I always considered myself growing up in a small western Pennsylvania town, and we referred to our hometown as a Hoosier town, and now I am a true Hoosier. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you very much.